so Marirai. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yesterday we have seen the Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs associated with the philosophy of yoga. The science behind yoga is Sankhya Shastra. In Sankhya Shastra, the Prakriti, the matter, the Jiva, the soul, and Ishvara, the creator, they are different from each other. And therefore, according to Sankhya, there is one soul per body. And it is here we differ. See? Then it will end up only in duality. Therefore, we accept Yoga Shastra up to a particular limit, not beyond that. Otherwise, we will get lost only in the acrobatics of yoga. See, then 2 things happen. When we are giving more importance to yoga practices, our involvement with the matter or the Prakriti becomes very intense. And as a result, we become matter-oriented in life. And then the sense of otherness, I versus you, remains intact. And wherever there is I versus you, samsara will continue. Therefore, you will see tapasvis, yogis. You can read in our Puranas. They are extremely angry and curse. If you see many stories, like Vyasa, he was a great yogi, he is a great tapasvi, but he becomes angry. To such an extent, he curses Shivji, that in your marriage you will have a problem. You can see. Therefore, whenever there is a sense of otherness, 3 things then happen. Number 1, desire. See? I cannot have desire for my watch. It's mine. I can have desire for your phone. It's so good. Whatever I have, I cannot have desire for that. So simple. So whenever there is a sense of otherness, desire is bound to be. Now desire will be of 2 types. One is, I want it, I like it. The other thing is, I dislike it, I hate it. Both of them create turmoils in the mind. So the desires are of 2 types, liking and disliking. Now, When the desire is not fulfilled, it expresses as anger. See? And when the desire is fulfilled, it expresses as greed. See? How simple it is. But we are not working on our mind. We are working by the mind. We have to work on the mind. See? So when there is a sense of otherness, desire is bound to be, and desire will end up in either anger or greed. Go to Bhagavad Gita. Trividham narakassedam dvaram nashanam kama krodhastatha lobha tasmad etatrayam tyajet. Desire, anger and greed, these are the gateways to hell. Therefore, tyajet, give up. In one of the children's camp in India, I was talking to the kids. And one child asked this question. Swamiji, why there are 3 gateways to hell and how many are there for the heaven? I said, heaven there is only one. Why so? Because of the rush. People going to hell are in big number. So therefore 3 counters. And those who are going to heaven, hardly there is anybody, See, friends, therefore, wherever there is a sense of otherness, we are destined to hell. In Sanskrit, human beings are called as Nara, isn't it? And what is the hell in Sanskrit? Naraka. So, Nara and Naraka is the same. They are not different. Like Bala and Balaka, they are the same. See, friends, we have to rise above this. It can go only if the sense of otherness is given up. And this is what the yoga does. Sense of otherness is maintained. And therefore anger comes. If you don't do this thing, I curse you. See? They are the mobile cursing centers. Go here and there and curse somebody. See? Because sense of otherness, number one. Second thing, there is fear. One was desire, anger and greed. Now the second thing is fear. Dvitiyat vai bhayam bhavati, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says. Wherever there is a sense of otherness, there is a fear. See? So we lock our houses, in then your security system and the lock, and you living constantly in fear. See? Somebody will hack my phone, somebody will... Living in under the pressure of desire, anger, greed and fear is samsara. See? And the foundation, the cause is the sense of otherness. We have taken it as real. Like the bird and the reflection. The bird has taken it as real and samsara begins. But we also see that, but we don't take it as real. See? And therefore, first we have taken yesterday 8 limbs. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Now today we will take the second step, Kriya Yoga. Now this Kriya Yoga is different from the Kriya Yoga mentioned in the autobiography of a yogi. You all must have read that book. Everybody, one or the other time, is a victim of that book. It's very well presented. But it is all, we get imaginary, lost in that. Friends, if you go to a medical shop, you don't ask that chemist, hey, give me one sample of every medicine. No. You find out what you need. See? In the same manner, there are so many things. Karma, yoga, upasana, knowledge, kundalini, everything is there. But find out for what you are fit. See, in Avadhuta Gita, the first shloka tells, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana mahad bhaya paritranad vipranam upajayate. It is by God's grace alone we are attracted towards the non-dual truth. See? By God's grace. And in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, a thought comes. Whenever a seeker is wanting to merge in the Absolute, the various gods start creating problems for us. Worldly problems you know better than me. The problem on the spiritual path are, Santa Gyaneshwar Maharaj also said the same thing. They are, you start discovering many siddhis in you. You tell somebody something, it happens. Maharaj, by your grace, I got married 7th time. Very good. See? Then somebody says, oh, I got such a terrible back pain, I don't know. Yet, had pain gone. Maharaj, Jhapad lagao Maharaj. And then we get lost in blessing others or cursing others. Wherever there is a business of blessing and cursing, we are in samsara. When our tongue is beaten by our teeth, our underline, when our tongue is beaten by our teeth, will the tongue curse the teeth? Evening we are going to the dentist, we are removing you. No. And when the tongue goes in between the teeth and removes the food particles, will the teeth say, thank you darling, you are always helpful to me? No. Blessing and cursing is possible only when the sense of otherness is taken real. See, friends. And the sense of otherness happens with body identification. See, deep sleep, no sense of otherness. Upanishad says, Tatra mata amata bhavati, Tatra pita apita bhavati. In deep sleep, we are neither the mother, no father, no sister, no brother, no husband. That husband who cannot dare look at his wife, when they sleep together and he snores in the 7th heaven, where from the courage comes to snore loudly? Because he is no more a wife, husband. The moment body identification, again the samsara begins. Therefore, Yoga Shastra is meant for getting freedom from body identification, not getting caught up in the body. What will you do with a healthy body? See? But all the time, focus only on the health. Yes, we should be healthy, I agreed. There is one shloka in Yoga Shastra, Sharira Madhyam Khalu Dharma Sadhanam. So what he said? Dharma Sadhanam. It is the means, it is not the goal. What will you do with the healthy body, tell me? Suppose, the great yogi, Changdev Maharaj, he was in this world 700 years before Christ. And he continued to be 700 years after Christ. 1400 years he lived. What next? No fulfillment. Therefore, this should be very distinctly clear that we practice yoga but we should not get caught up in body identification. See? There was one person who came to meet me in South India. Namaskar, Chamatkar. And he gave me his card. He was a yogi, gave a card. So I saw that. I said, thank you, namaste. Have you seen the picture? I said, you gave me, I saw that. But what is that you have seen specially in my picture? I said, you are so handsome. No, anything more? I said, anything more? You don't have glasses, I have got glasses. You have got a .com on your forehead, I don't have. You have got the malas, Rudraksha mala, then Spatika mala, Tulsi mala, Vaijanti mala. I don't have that. Anything more? And I knew what he was asking, and I was avoiding that. It's a great fun. Life is a fun. Don't become serious in life. See? It's a great fun to tease others and enjoy, isn't it? Chabi laga do, bhida do, and watch from a distance. And I said, that's all. He said, don't you see, my right leg has gone below the left armpit and I am sitting like that. This is the rarest of the yogasana. Everybody cannot do that. Don't you see that? Now tell me, you can do that. What next? You are going to sit like this whole life. You have to live 24 hours happily, cheerfully. See, friends, therefore, for the evolved seekers, base level course is Ashtanga Yoga. In that Ashtanga Yoga also we get lost only in asanas, because there is no educative approach to the yoga, mechanical. Yesterday we have seen in detail. Now we come to the second step. There are only three limbs. Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhan. Three of them. Yesterday also we have seen. In Niyama they also come. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhanani, Niyamaha. And in Kriya Yoga also the same thing comes. Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhan. Now let us take again what is tapas. In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagwan Shankaracharya describes what is titiksha. Titiksha is sahanam sarvadukkhanam apratikara purvakam chinta vilapa rahitam sa titiksha nigadyate. Miseries will come to our life. See? But we are able to go through the miseries without becoming miserable. That is tapasya. Because what normally we understand tapasya, these Babajis go and it's very cold, Ganges waters, and they'll be standing up to their chest deep. We even look at the waters, we start shaking, but they are standing there. And they'll be taking their hand out. And there is one Rudraksha mala. And there, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And we Guru Namaskar, Dhanyavad Baba, apne se nahi hota. Why? He is doing tapasya. So tapasya is what? Inviting the problems and not becoming miserable. And you all are very much fond of telling, Swamiji, homemade, particularly the pickles. When these ammas tell, Swamiji, this is homemade, then I have to tell it is good. Market pickle is really good. If it is not really good, it will not be sold. See? But home pickles we have to say, oh, it is very nice, because you have to survive. See, friends, I am telling you my personal problems. So you are very proud of everything homemade, is it not? Why don't you have homemade worries, homemade problems? So what will be the tapasya for the grahasthas? You are happy in spite of your wife. You are happy in spite of your husband. You are happy in spite of your children. You are happy in spite of your in-laws. Highest tapasya. How simple it is. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam. Go through all the difficulties. Sahanam, endure. In second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukhadukkada agama apayina anityan tan titikshasva bharata. Any experience you take in the relative plane, see, any experience, how the experiences happen when the objects or the beings come in contact with us through the sense organs. Matra sparshastu kaunteya. Now what is the story of every experience? Same story. Agama, it begins. And then it ends. Therefore it is temporary. Any experience you take. Agama, apayana, anitya, temporary. They are not real. Then what can be done? Endure. Titikshasva bharata. Bharata means what? Bharata means he who is reveling in knowledge. Bha is knowledge. Bharata, Prabha, Shobha, Abha, Bhanu, Bhaskara. See, we have to distinctly, clearly understand this. Real spiritual practice is our ability to go through the difficulties without becoming miserable. Now for that, why to go to Himalayas? See? Other person asked me, Swamiji, do you advise me to go to Himalayas? What are the things available there? I said, there every difficulty is available, including internet. There is no internet, then I can't go. See, friends. Therefore, tapasya is so simple. What cannot be cured should be endured is a pessimistic cry of the English literature. What cannot be cured should not be endured, should be enjoyed. Convert the endurance into enjoyment is the tapasya. See? But normally you can't, like many people, my son doesn't listen to me, what should I do? Arey yaar, when you got married, did you ask me? Now you suffer, don't make me suffer. See? And did you listen to your father? This happened in San Jose, few years before. A Gujarati house I was called for lunch. I went to their house. And about 12:30, only man was there, she must have gone for work. So I said, come on, let's start. Swamiji, my son is sleeping in that room, if you can ask him to come for food. In his house I had to do this job. I said, all right. I went to his room. On a big lion side or king size bed, he was sleeping diagonally in a bhujangasana. See? So when I saw him in that crucified posture, I saw, did namaskar, distance, came back. I said, maybe he may not be well, maybe having some fever and all that. No, Swamiji, he is useless, he never does anything, and I'm fed up of him. I knew what is coming. I said, hey, kya banaya khane ke liye? What is the thing that you have cooked? Let me see. And I straight away went to kitchen and started fiddling with the things. And then I said, you also take? No, I'll take later. I said, even if you don't take, who cares? Come on, doesn't matter. And then he started his story. Swamiji, my son, good for nothing. He doesn't do anything. What should I do? He doesn't listen to me. I said, did you listen to your father? How many of you are? I am the only son of my father. Very good. Where are you from? Mumbai. Did your father tell you, don't go to USA, stay here? What did you reply? I told him, there are no opportunities in India, therefore I came over here. Because your father didn't understand. Every child knows the father is the fool. You did the same thing, and that is inherited through your DNA to your son. We only complain. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. Stop reacting in life. Start responding in life. That is tapasya. Two minds can never come together 100%. It cannot. Staying together as husband and wife, more than me, it is not because of love. The husband and wife stay together. They stay because of no option. See, your love business is over within few years. And therefore, if you have got a common enemy, when the terrorists come in India, all people get united. But when other countries, when within the India problem comes, they get divided. Politicians divide, terrorists unite. See, friends, therefore understand this thing. Life is a compromise. We have to compromise so many places. Like I am moving throughout the world so many places. Do you think every place I get what I want? Compromise. Why? It is my kujli that I am moving. Nobody has asked me to move around. Once you take this stand, it is our need, then you will have humility. If you have humility, you will not be humiliated. See, my friends, that is tapasya. Otherwise, in every little thing, you don't understand anything. This is what your mother taught you. This is what your father taught you. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Disgusting. Then how to do that? This principle. Any experience you take, sukhada, dukkhada, whether it is giving you joy or sorrows, every experience is temporary. For the temporary experience, becoming permanently miserable, can it be wisdom? That is tapasya. Tapaswadhyaya Ishvara pranidhanani. I am not giving you tapasya difficult life, a simple day-to-day life. See, tapasya. In one place they asked me, Swamiji, why these people do the havan, when they do the kriya yoga, they do havan. See, we do only japa. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. What is the reason? I said, I'll tell you, provided you are available to what I am talking. Yes, tell me. Then I told, look here, listen. Anything you do mechanically, you lose the joy of it. Anything you do mechanically. And when the joy of your life disappears, life becomes a boredom. Observe this. Anything you do mechanically. So we do the japa. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. You all must be chanting like Rama Raksha or Vishnu Sahasranam or Bhagavad Gita. You are cutting the vegetable. Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, Samohita, Yusa, Mamaka, Pandava, Shet, Kurmukur. Mechanically, you don't require the participation of your mind. When you do anything mechanically, you are all drivers. Now here it is your automatic, but when you have to change the gear, they don't think that they have to change the gear. It automatically happens with them. Then your mind is not involved. Therefore, doing japa is not the ultimate. If it is mechanical. Then, if you do these havan you cannot do mechanically. Every time you offer the offering in the fire, you have to be careful, otherwise your hand will get burnt. So havan makes you more aware of what you are doing. First of all, we are not even aware of what we are doing. It is happening mechanically. I'll tell you a technique, how to remain aware when you are doing the japa. If you are sincere to yourself, look within. Is your japa a mechanical process or a real deep experience? See? And for this is a technique, try. Chant with your mouth. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. At the same time, listen to what you are chanting. Chanting is the action. Speech is action. Karmendriya. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And when you are listening to your own chanting, listening is Jnanendriya. Karmendriya is the Kriya Shakti and Jnanendriya is the Jnana Shakti. When these two things are done together, you are integrated 100%. What they call in Kundalini Marga as the Sushumna Nadi. Ida Pingala is Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. When they merge together, it is called the Sushumna Nadi. And Sushumna Nadi is nothing but when the Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti, they merge together in pure consciousness. This experience of yours is objectless awareness. You are not sleeping, you are not stunned, you are not dumbfounded. Just be. I have not given you any mantra. I have not given you any diksha. I have not asked you to write a check. This is tapas. Remaining more and more in awareness. More we live in awareness, to that extent, objectlessness start happening. In other words, hearing is happening, but hearer is not born. If hearer is born, he will have a question. But how to do that? Give one. It is not a concept, my friends. Therefore, intellectuals suffer more than average people. Because they have become so much habituated of conceptualizing everything in life. Everything. In Pittsburgh, many years before, I was invited in some university, some talk. After my talk was over, that professor said, "How come all the students are sitting and listening to you? When I give lecture, they wake up, they walk out in between. How come? I said, you ask them, I don't know. I am giving you for the first time. Then we are sitting in his room and having tea or coffee. He asked me, anyway, Mr. Swami, you presented all the concepts very well. I said, my dear, I disagree with you. You are a professor is a concept. You are American is a concept. You are successful is a concept. You are is not a concept. I have understood meditation, concept. I do meditation. 3 hours I can sit without movement. Only 3 hours. Then in our India, buffaloes can sit 8 hours. See, if one mosquito comes, fly comes, we get disturbed. In front of our buffaloes, trucks come. They simply look at us, so what? Meditation. No! Live cheerfully, happily, and yet don't lose your balance in life. Whom do we appreciate? When a girl is riding a tricycle on a flat road, will we appreciate that girl? No. We appreciate a girl who is riding a motorcycle, not tricycle, on a wire in a circus. Then we clap, is it not? Everything is perfect. AC, DC, UC, IC. And then I say, no. You are in the marketplace, problems are there everywhere, but your cool is not lost. That is meditation. That is tapasya. Therefore, homemade tapasya. See, when your kids are problematic and giving you trouble, yet you are with them, you don't have any negative feeling, that is their age. See, friends. And if we are really doing tapasya, we will never be frustrated in life. Nothing can frustrate you. You make God frustrated, you don't get frustrated. Here I am trying to make him miserable. Hota hi nahi. See, my friends, tapasya is not torturing yourself, not taking food and all the time thinking of food. Savadana khichdi? No. We should make pakoda. See, friends, tapas. Then next Kriya Yoga is the tapas Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya has two aspects. One is study of scriptures must form an integral part of our daily routine. Must. You may compromise with anything, but not study of scriptures. See? It is said, giving up 100 things, you should take food. Giving up 1,000 things, you should take bath. Giving up everything, you should study. And today, because of our digital facilities, listen to satsang every day. See? That will keep us on the track. Because if we come back again to Prakriti, Prakriti will end up in Vikruti. You cannot perfectly correct the Prakriti. Your body, your mind, your health, it will keep on changing. You cannot stop it. But normally what we do, we get worried only about it. Swamiji, my BP is going very up. What should I do? Go to bathroom. Why should I go to bathroom? BP means bladder pressure. Relax, man, relax. That is one of the reasons I do not entertain question answers. The same thing again and again. I am doing this. Suffer. What can I do? You have to change yourself. So, Swadhyaya, therefore, one must be clear about this thing. Like there are many people who write us about this. Swamiji, this Corona festival. On that also questions. One person wrote, Swamiji, why do you write Corona festival? It's a disease. I said, look here, if you have got little grey matter, you will understand. What is the festival? Which is common for all, is it not? Diwali is a festival or a disease? It's a festival. That which is common for all is a festival. Corona is common globally. It's the biggest festival. And if you ask me, the best time of my life has been this Corona. You also must have discovered how minimum is our requirement. See? Go to anybody's house, there will be a shoe shop. Not shoe rack, shoe shop. Keep on buying, keep on things around that. Discover this truth. See? Therefore, tapasya is learning from our day-to-day experiences. And one part is, this can become firm if we study scriptures. See? It's very important. Whether you understand or listen. And Vedanta tells, Shravan Manan Nidhi Dhyasanam. More than reading, you should listen. Listening is more important. I think the other day I told you probably, one person asked me this question, Swamiji, what is the need of a guru when everything is available in the book? So I kept quiet, no reply. Again he asked, again no reply. Third time he got very angry. You are insulting me. I said, now you are reached a receiving platform. Now I'll tell you. Why don't you ask this question to the book? Why are you asking me? See, friends, therefore, Shravan, listen, listen. Now the thing is, be attentive. There are so many things to hear, listen. But you have to find out for yourself which is naturally available to you without efforts. See? Many times we listen to so many things and we get confused. But he said like that, he said like that, what should I do? Jump into the river. You have to find out your own ways. Don't go on asking this, no. Find out. And this you get through Swadhyaya, study or listen every day. One thing I'll give you as a homework, and I guarantee you, you will never do it. See my confidence. I guarantee you will never do it. Make a nice copy and give the title to that copy. What I learned today. And every day, from your day's experience, what you have learned, write in one line. Don't write thesis. Every day. Don't write ditto. Everything new. Everything something new, right? By the time you complete 1 year, you would have learned 365 things. Then, if you have learned, you are growing wise. And when we don't learn, we grow old. And we grow otherwise. Old, otherwise people are complaint boxes. They have complained about everything. These days, the children are like that. Don't. Swadhyaya. Then the second aspect of the Swadhyaya is, we must find out under what conditions our mind is at peace. Take refuge in that. Like we all are having some kind of food abnormalities. We can't tolerate every kind of food. Like for me example, if I take milk and milk products continuously for 2-3 days, my whole system gets upset. Therefore, I avoid. Now, when I avoid milk and milk products, that doesn't mean I hate it. It doesn't suit to my system. If this is true with the body, it is equally true with the mind. Our mind cannot have the matching of the thought waves. It happens. Then keep away. Don't try to please anybody in this world. Don't try to make everybody happy in this world. God has failed. He could not make us happy. What we can make others happy? Then you be happy. See, friends, Swadhyaya, take care of your mind. Like we work by the body and we work on the body. We work by the body, go and earn bread. We do yoga, we go for a walk, we run, we lift the heavy weight to put it down. I am always, having great fun. These people who go for running, where are they running to return back? Relax. See, lifting the huge. What? Ultimately, you have to put it down, relax. See, relax in life. So, physically, we work by the body, we work on the body. Same principle for the mind. We work by the mind and we work on the mind. Working by the mind is what? Working by the mind is default settings. What is the default setting? Dekho, suno, bolte raho. We have comments, advice, suggestions for everything in this world. This is one of the highest spiritual practice. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Because when we talk, it is a reaction of the mind. Yesterday I told you, mind is unmanifest speech. Speech is manifest mind. See, Paravani, Pashyante Vani, Madhyama Vani, Vaikhare Vani. The speech is nothing but the mind. If your mind is disturbed, will you talk soft? I am very angry, but I love you. It cannot be. See, friends, slowly we come to realize this clearly. That we are most of the time living a default settings. We have to correct this default setting. See? About every news that we read or we see, about every event that happens, we have a comment. These days the politicians are very bad, These days too many accidents are happening. Who asked you? One of our mantra. Who asked you? It is the same news and the same person is telling 10 people. They also know that. Because their source of wisdom is the useless print matter. And there is also, the reporters are purchased one. They are not like Vyasa or they are not like Valmiki Maharshi. They are purchasable commodities. Do you think they write the truth? But that becomes our source of wisdom. So if you want to really take care of your mind, work on the mind. One of the technique of work on the mind is either stop reading newspaper, or if you are watching, don't comment. Don't allow that thing to enter in your mind. See, friends, and whatever are the contents of our mind, that becomes the quality of our mind. If content is frustration, life will be frustrated. Content is complaining, life will be complaining. Swadhyaya. Then we go further. One of the simple technique is when you are chanting, do experiments in your chanting. See? Like what? First, when you are chanting, it is sounds. This happened in one Kumbh Mela. You know, there was a Maha Kumbh Mela, 2005 or so, or maybe 7. And that Kumbh Mela comes once in 144 years. So, I was there for 1 month. Very nice. And the place I was staying with the Gita Press facilities. And there was one old retired principal of a Sanskrit Vidyalaya. And we were in the same facility. So he used to speak on Bhagavad Mahapuran. And I used to listen. Very well read. He was so deep. Elderly man, maybe about 95, 97. And he saw that I don't have mala, I don't have .com. He said, what kind of Swami you are? I said, abnormal. Then he said, you don't do japa? I said, no. But you must do japa. I said, okay, I'll do it. Simplest way to disagree with anybody is to agree immediately. See? Number 2, with elderly people you should never argue. Whatever they say yes. In 2 minutes they'll forget yes about what, and you are relaxed. We keep on arguing, argumentation, no meaning in that. See? Working on mind. So, you should do the japa. See, I am doing japa all the time. I said, okay. I will also do. How you will do japa? I said, I will not do like you. Then I said, I do like this thing. Then I gave him example. I said, have you taken Ayurvedic medicine? I take only Ayurvedic medicine. It's very good. Have you eaten chocolate? So he was looking here and there. Because he was old. I will not tell you lies. Once in a while eat chocolate. I said, nothing wrong in that. Then I said, tell me the difference between eating chocolate and drinking, having this Ayurvedic medicine. What is the difference? When you take Ayurvedic medicine, do you taste it? Kutajarishta. No, we just gulp it and take a glass of water, is it not? We don't want to taste it even. That is the secret of Ayurvedic medicine. They give you such a bitter medicine to avoid the next dose. You say, I am all right. Ayurveda Acharya told me this. But when you take chocolate, do you put the chocolate in your mouth, take a glass of water and gulp it? No, it goes in a parking lot and remain there for half an hour, 45 minutes. I said, you chant the Lord's name like you eat a chocolate. How to do that? Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Let every word of the mantra permeate in and through your whole system. Instead of chanting so many times, what is important is how much time you are with the Divine. It is not the quantity that matters. It is the quality that matters. See? Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. It becomes a punishment. Jab karo. See? Taking Ayurvedic medicine is a punishment. Eating chocolate, is it a punishment? If you do like this thing, I'll give you chocolate. Very good. See, friends, Swadhyaya, then you are working on your mind. So, two techniques I told you. Chant the Lord's name slowly and listen yourself. So when you are chanting Om Namah Shivaya and you are also listening, then you are required to be involved in that. But if you are mechanically chanting Ono Shavana 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 Shavana. See? Many people they chant Gayatri Mantra. Om Urbu Sata Siddhurana Bhargavati Siddhivana. And then if they are a Gujarati, then JSK, 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 JSK. You know JSK? Jai Sri Krishna. JSK, Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Sri Krishna. And all the gods get confused. Arey yaar, kaun bula raha hai? These are the cartoons. See, friends, relax. You do the things, chant the Lord's name and listen. It doesn't matter how many times you have done. It matters how long you are in that mode. Okay? Working on the mind. See? Now, second way around, the same thing, the other way around. First, do not talk to yourself. I am telling you tapasya. Do not talk to yourself. फिर क्या करूं? Is it fun? Don't talk. See? And listen to silence. Analyze your experience. When you don't talk to yourself, words are not created. You cannot talk without words. So when you stop talking to yourself, words are not created. Therefore, mind is not modified into words. Modified mind is the word. Unmodified words are mind. Modified gold is ornament. Unmodified gold is gold. Give it a try. Sit for 5 minutes. Anywhere, even on commode. I call this as commode yoga. That is the time we talk maximum. And you forget. Somebody is waiting outside. Tak, tak, jaldi nikal. In Bombay, it happened. I came from somewhere and I had very emergency, so I had to go to the toilet. In Bombay, people are living in matchboxes. Only one toilet, in one bathroom. So I went and, hey, come on, come quickly. A reply came from inside. Swamiji, there is a sticker outside, read that, I am coming. And the sticker was, I am coming in 1 minute. The sticker was, how long is 1 minute depends on which side of the door you are. How simple it is. Relax, relax, relax. See? So, when you do not talk to yourself, mind is not degraded into speech. And when you listen to silence, mind is not degraded to the hearing ability. Therefore, mind remains as a mind without falling down as the hearing ability and the speech, the Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. Don't trust me. Find out yourself. This is tapas. This is comfortable tapas. You must have seen on YouTube, somebody has put it. There is some Mahatma, Dadiyal and Jata, all that, and he is staying somewhere in Himalayas, and he is staying all the time only in the on the glaciers. And he comes out, he digs with something, a little water, and then puts something in down, and then takes the water because it's all glacier from, and then he takes the bath and goes. The polar bears also do the same thing. But we get appreciated. God is the best. No. You know, old couples is the great fun for me. It's a great fun. So, somewhere I was, and I asked, I said, you drive car? Yes, Swamiji. Although I came here, but I learned I drive car. You know, I said, what is speciality? I had no dot on my driving license. Not even once. No ticket, no nothing. Clean license. I said, congratulations, wife uvacha. How can you get something? Did you drive any time? So if you have never driven the car, if your car is all the time only in the garage, and you have that as an ID proof, and you claim that I never had any dot on my driving license, what is great? In the same manner, I sleep all alone. I never get angry. With whom will you get angry? If you are happy because your wife is good, what is your contribution? If you are happy in spite of your wife, then you are a genius husband. Otherwise, only hasi band. You know, it's a Hindi word, husband. Has means smile. Hasmukh bhai. Band means band. Those who have stopped laughing, they are husbands. Now they are laughing here. Try in front of your wives. Narayana. Tapaswadhyaya. Then comes the next step, that is Ishvara Pranidhan. Remember always, we are not alone. ऊपर वाला देख रहा है. देखो. More than anything in this world, we have to protect us from ourselves. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmana. When I am among you, and if I am behaving properly, there is nothing great about it. But if I am all by myself, there is nobody around, I have got a freedom, and yet I behave myself. See, friends, that is spiritual life. That is surrender to God. How important it is. So, Ishvara Pranidhan, we always have to remember this. Now, about this, I'll tell you one example. In one school, kids, maybe class 7, age 7, 8 years like that, and when the children are there, they will be making noise. So the boys were teasing the girls and the girls were kicking the boys. All was going on, caw, 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 caw. And then one of them said, "Hey, Miss is coming." Everybody quiet. All chaos disappeared. Whether Miss comes or not, chaos disappeared. Now what happened? They have become aware that the punishing authority is behind. Therefore they started behaving. If this example is clear, be very attentive. Remember, Kanhaiya Lal is in your heart. Before you do anything, he knows it. Before we talk anything, he hears it. Before we think anything, he has already recorded. Remain aware of his presence in your heart. No wrong action, no wrong word, no wrong thought will ever erupt in your mind. Ishvara Pranidhan. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena Bhaja Govindam. We get lost only in the externalities. They are necessary, they are required, but they are not all. Food is external, required good food, but the effect is internal. You are healthy or not. In the same manner, you do everything. Dan, dharma, going to temple, doing yoga, do everything. But what is happening inside? Are we at peace with ourselves or not? A person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. A person who is at war with himself or herself cannot be at peace with the world. See? This example I gave a number of times. Just imagine, this is just an example. I go to my girlfriend, therefore I told you, this is just an example. I don't have even friends, what a girlfriend. So, I go to my girlfriend and tell her, "Darling, I am so happy today, I just want to cut you into small pieces." It can never happen. See, a happy disposition cannot be destructive. Spirituality is an instrument created by God to express his happiness. For every instrument there is a purpose. God created us. Purpose is not ours. His purpose is he created man or woman only to express happiness. No other purpose. But again the question comes, is that instrument fit enough? When I want to do something, see, like when I was coming here, the first person I will contact is Ravi, because I know he is a fit instrument. I will contact him. When I have doubt about somebody, I will never contact him or her. If we human beings are searching for a right person, is it not he also searching for a right person? And who is the right person? He who is empty. Hands are free, not engaged in selfishness. Speech is free, not engaged in self-glorification and condemning others. Whose mind is free, not polluted by kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Through such an instrument alone he expresses. When Paramatma expresses through man, he is called as Mahatma. tapaswadhyaya Ishvara pranidhanani. See, my friends, this is what is the ultimate declaration of Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Brahma bhuta prasannatma na shochati na kankshati samaha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labhate param. Brahma bhuta, the one who has merged with the divine, who has merged with the divine will. Brahma bhuta. What are the symptoms? Prasannatma. Prasade sarvadukhanam hanirasyopajayate. Prasanna chetaso yashu buddhi paryavatishtate. A happy person alone can think of God. A miserable person will think about misery. A mother will think about the child. The husband will think about the wife. He cannot think about God. Think, friends. Brahma bhuta prasannatma. Now, what is the sign of prasannatma? Not laughing like a mad. No. Na shochati. We don't bring the dead past in the present. Na kankshati. We don't keep on worrying about the future. I don't know what is going to happen. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. Na shochati na kankshati. Then samaha sarveshu bhuteshu. See, one of our Mahamantra is what? Na kisi ko aao kaho, na jao kaho. Don't create friends and enemies in this world. Be friendly with everybody. See? And when you are friendly with everybody, then only divine chooses us. And that is what is called Mad Bhaktim Labhate Param. That is the ultimate meaning of devotion. Not a make-up devotion. See, friends, this is the second Kriya Yoga according to Patanjali Yoga Darshan. Oh God, you are not talking about the Mushtrasan, Gardhamasan. No. See, friends, work on this again and again. Listen, this will be available on YouTube. Listen. Every time you listen, you will get a new message. Provided you listen with all sincerity. Not like, the chanting. Many people, when they do the japa, they keep on rocking like this thing. If you keep chili below them, chutney will be ready after the japa is over. Don't do things mechanically in life. See? We must get sincerely involved in our spiritual practice. Not seriously. Differentiate between seriousness and sincerity. We become serious. We are not sincere. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.